Julie Russell here. Hey, welcome and thanks for joining in on this Sunday night. It's great to spend a few minutes with you in all of our crazy busy lives. As always, if you hear something helpful or that moves you, please leave a reaction, comment your thoughts in the thread anytime. I appreciate every comment I've received. I share the video with anyone you think it might help. PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share what I'm learning, and I hope that it helps you. Hi, I see a lot of people joining in. Hey, Danny. Hey, Lisa. I thought I saw you pop in. Mike, happy birthday today. Hope it was a great one. And I saw a few more popping in, and sorry I missed you. But no, it's not Halloween. No, I haven't lost my mind yet. I'm gonna have a high schooler. I might. Some days, well, maybe not so sure. But hey, do you like the flashing lights? Well, there's a reason that I'm kind of dressed this way. And there's a reason that, and I'll tell you in just a moment. Now, I may be checking my notes occasionally. My mind tends to go blank as soon as the live button goes on, no matter how much I've studied throughout the week. But let me ask the question for the night. So have you ever been to the happiest place on earth? The place where you can imagine and dream anything and it can become possible. Do you know what I'm talking about? Give you a hint. The shirt gives you a hint too. Of course, I'm not tall enough. But what park or what ride or what character, what movie was your favorite when you were at that happiest place on earth? Anyone have any favorites they'd like to share? So while you're typing in the thread, let me ask you further. What if all that never existed? Never. So I wanted to share with you tonight a story of a man with creative vision and imagination, somebody who's touched pretty much all of our lives in some way, shape, or form. And someone who, despite failure and ridicule, he created something so magical that people today still can't get enough of it. Y'all know who it is. The ears give you a hint? Yeah, Walt Disney. The very same man who was fired from his first job as a cartoonist because he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Yeah, can you imagine that? Your first job and, you get fired because you're not imaginative enough. Yeah, that makes you want to stay in that profession. Twice, he opened his own cartoon animation company and both times had to declare bankruptcy. A trusted friend had stolen the rights to one of his cartoon series, along with almost all of his animators from his animation company. And his new character, Mickey Mouse, failed in not one, but 2 short movies. And Mickey Mouse only became popular when sound was added to the films and Walt Disney used his own voice as the character of Mickey Mouse. I see some more joining in. Hope you're liking the Mickey Mouse flashing ears here. But we're talking about the happiest place on earth and Walt Disney and what it would be like if it never existed. So as I was saying, Mickey Mouse did become successful along with other short films, like about Donald and Daisy and Minnie Mouse, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan. I'm glad you like them, Lisa. They're, flashy. But like I was saying, he pioneered the idea of, and this was a novel idea at the time. It was something that everyone felt was crazy, that he wanted to create a cartoon that ran the length of a feature movie, just like a regular movie. And, the critics, the media, Hollywood, they all laughed at him and said, oh, you can't do that. You can't turn a cartoon into a feature film, right? That's crazy. Throughout newspaper, radio, they all called it Disney's folly. They all thought he was nuts and made fun of him. So right after that, he released Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, which was the very first feature film. It was incredibly successful. It won tons of Grammy and awards left and right, earned a lot of money. And it also enabled him to build a theme park in California, with rides where People could explore with their families. ARC, meet the characters. Thank you. I'm glad you like the ears. And the critics, of course, said, oh no, no one will pay to go there. Who'd want to go meet these characters, you know, go on vacation there? That's just crazy. Crazy, indeed. You know, and he continued to have success in pretty much every TV movie that they put out. You know, Mickey Mouse Club, you know, which happened to launch the career of a lot of stars that we're familiar with. You know, Mary Poppins. I don't know about you, but I remember that pretty clearly. You know, and Walt Disney also had plans to buy a large amount of land in Florida for a mini city type theme park. And of course, everyone ridiculed him again and said, well, you know, you're nuts. You know, this is in the middle of nowhere. It's a bunch of swamp. You know, it's going to be a huge failure. You're wasting your money. There's too many problems. But he pushed forward with it anyways. He didn't listen to anybody else. Unfortunately, Walt Disney died of lung cancer a few years before the park opened, but his brother Roy carried on his brother's plans and named it after him, Walt Disney World. You know, amazing story. So if you heard something that you thought was helpful or that moved you, please leave me a reaction. You know, drop your comment ideas in the thread. I love hearing them. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. PM me if you have questions or want to start making your dreams a reality like Walt Disney did. Thanks, Lisa. So Walt Disney, you know, he had that unshakable, unwavering faith. He was tested over and over again. Failures, you know, ridicule in the media, people walking up to you and telling you that it was going to fail, that there was no way you were going to be successful. You know, your own doubts and your own fears. And I'm sure people tried to talk him out of it on a daily basis. You know, that you're crazy, that this will never be successful. You're just, you know, going to fail. Who wants to hear that, right? You know, I'm sure someone's tried to talk you out of your dreams too. Maybe once or twice. And, you know, one other thought that begs the question, you know, do you try to talk your kids out of their dreams too? Well, no, none of us do. You know, we all tell our kids that, you know, you can be whatever you want, you know, to follow your dreams, to make them a reality. You know, we encourage their creativity, we encourage their spontaneity, and we encourage them to try to find a solution to a problem, no matter how insurmountable it appears to be. And why is it okay for us to encourage kids to follow their dreams, but not adults? Why is it too late? It's never too late to start and achieve your dreams. You know, Walt Disney never did. So the next time that you head to Walt Disney World to see a Disney movie, you know, visit a theme park, buy some of their merchandise, you know, sing that Disney song with your kid. I don't know what your favorite one is, but I'm sure you have one. You know, just remember that the only reason that you can is because Walt Disney wasn't afraid to fail. You know, numerous times to make his dreams a reality. It's never too late, and you're never too old to chase those dreams and put the hard work in to make them successful. I can say that from my own experience. You know, that old Disney saying, it goes kind of like this: if you can imagine it, you can make it a reality.